Well, hello everyone. Am I on right now? Can somebody let me know? I'm still showing up as muted on my end, I believe. Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much everyone for joining us here. I appreciate it. I wanted to thank LuckyVitamin specifically for bringing us all together. This is an excellent opportunity for us to learn about some of the new cutting-edge technology in the field of nutrition and, of course, the science of anti-aging. So again, thank you for putting this on and allowing me to connect with you. I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself before we get going here. My name is Timothy Mount. I'm the Director of Education for NEOCELL. NEOCELL is the industry leader in collagen supplementation and supporting nutrients that specifically target things like anti-aging, beauty, and joint health from within. I had an interesting start getting to be a part of NEOCELL. I happen to be teaching at a local college, sports nutrition, and I was on crutches at the time. I had just had a pretty serious twisted ankle. I was hiking Half Dome in Yosemite, and at the very, very top, after a 9-hour hike, severely twisted my ankle, and then had to hop down on one leg. I had swelling all the way up to my knee. It was about a 20-hour day or so to get back to camp from when I left, and basically every connective tissue in my ankle had been destroyed. So here I am teaching sports nutrition, which involves injury recovery. And one of my students come up to me and said, hey, you should try this collagen stuff. It happened to be our West Coast territory manager, and she gave me a bottle of Collagen Sport. Collagen Sport is a very high dose of collagen, and as you'll learn, is directly involved in the healing and rebuilding of connective tissue. And I said, hey, why not? Let's give it a shot. I didn't really know a whole lot about collagen. I personally had never been taught much about it. When I went to medical school, or natural health school, I should say, I'm a certified clinical nutritionist, a certified clinical master herbalist, along with a number of other certifications in natural health as well. And really, the topic had never been covered in my education. So I've took this product. I ended up having such an amazing rate of recovery, and I was used to getting injured because I've been practicing judo for about 15 years. I was an instructor and a fairly high-level competitor in judo, which is a very aggressive and injurious martial art. If anybody's ever seen judo, it involves throwing people to the ground as hard as you can. And of course, I've absorbed a lot of those throws, and my joints have been injured several times. So I knew my own rate of recovery. Well, when I took Collagen Sport, it was so much faster that I said, what is this stuff that you gave me? What's going on here? And Barbara was her name, gave me a breakdown of collagen. Well, kind of a long story short, I did some more investigation and research and ended up being hired on as the Director of Education for NEOCELL. And I'm happy to be here to not only share my experience, but also to hopefully educate you about the wonderful benefits of collagen for a number of different things that are going on with basically everybody in the entire world. So with that intro, I do want to encourage any questions to be typed into the webinar. I'm happy to answer everything, and we'll go through some of these initial educational points. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the products themselves towards the end, but what I want us to do is have a basic foundation of what aging is, what the processes are that are happening within our body, and then I'll give you some solutions at the end if you're interested. So first off, what is aging? Well, most times we think of aging as wear and tear on the body, kind of like if you use a knife enough times, the blade begins to dull, you'd have to resharpen it. And you know, when we were searching for the fountain of youth, they thought it would, you know, reverse all of these dull blades in our body, in essence, to reverse that aging process. In reality, we know it's much more complex as science evolves. When we started having some microscopic capabilities, we were able to look at biological processes within the body and at the cellular level to figure out what exactly is going on. So we're not relying on a magical fountain to bring us to better health and anti-aging, but we could start to pick apart the body and go, hey, I see that as a major issue in the aging process. And if we're able to affect that biological process at the cellular level, then we can, in essence, slow or halt the aging process, and in some cases even reverse the aging process by affecting that biological process. So back in 1985, which really relatively is not all that long ago, there was a major breakthrough, and it was something called hydrolyzing collagen. Now collagen, as we'll learn, is a very large protein. It's made up of a number of amino acids linked together. And when we eat it in our diet, basically we aren't digesting it. Kind of like how we can't digest hair, right? Keratin is the protein in hair, a very tough protein. Collagen is similarly a very tough protein. And basically it would pass through our digestive tract. Well, this amazing scientist discovered, hey, if we take a natural enzyme process and break collagen down into its constituent amino acids, we're then able to create a substance that really had never existed in the history of humanity. Now, when they started giving this to humans in this hydrolyzed form of collagen, all these amazing effects started happening. We have a ton of research on this over the last 30 years or so. And so this is some of the stuff that I'll be sharing with you. But really, that breakthrough of taking a previously indigestible substance, breaking it down to something that's absorbable and bioactive within the body was a major breakthrough. Now, collagen started this trend, but as you'll learn, several other nutrients have come up since then that are equally as exciting and follow the same basic principle of making a substance or a nutrient from something that either wasn't concentrated enough or was not previously even available in the diet as a bioactive substance. So because we all go through the same biological processes, we all go through the aging process, right? As far as we all know, there's two things, death and taxes, that are inevitable, right? We're all going through this aging process. Therefore, everyone has these similar biological issues that if we can affect, will then be able to help every single person on Earth. It doesn't matter who you are. This webinar can be applied to every person you've ever met, all of your friends and family members, and as a matter of fact, even your pets and the animals in the wild, because they all go through this. As animals, we all go through this process. So every single person can really benefit from the supplements that I discuss. Now that's kind of a unique statement. That's not something that most other substances can claim. And let's put some of this into perspective here. If you have a deficiency in vitamin D, which is a very popular supplement these days, you really could go out into the sun, expose your skin, and produce enough vitamin D to correct that deficiency. If you don't eat enough, say, salmon, you could be omega-3 deficient, but you could correct that by eating flax or salmon or any of those other omega-3 containing foods. Vitamins and minerals, eat leafy greens and plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables, some red meats, that kind of thing. You should be able to correct most of those deficiencies. Now, those are all dietary or lifestyle issues. It's something that you can decide to do differently within your body or within your lifestyle to correct whatever issue has come up. Now, collagen and some of these other nutrients are in a class by themselves because we all go through this aging process, and because collagen is not able to be obtained through the diet unless you put it through a hydrolyzation process. That means you have to take this as a supplement. You can't decide to not go through the aging process, and you can't decide to eat more collagen and therefore correct a deficiency, right? Like the other very popular nutrients these days. Collagen has to be taken in supplement form, and it's the only way really to affect these major, massive biological issues that cause the main signs and symptoms of aging. So I'm going to be talking about collagen, hyaluronic acid, ceramides, and some other concentrated extracts. Let's talk about collagen first because it's a great example of what's going on. I think it's the most important supplement really in the world, and that's not being over-exaggerating. It really is an amazing thing once you hear about all the stuff that it does, and we'll get into some of those benefits very briefly here. So after the age of 25, collagen production naturally declines. Well, collagen is the second most abundant substance in your body. At the foundation of all of your tissues, and I mean every single one of the tissues in your body, is collagen. The only tissue that's not completely dependent upon collagen is the brain and your nerves. Okay, so your nervous system, but everything else, your bones, your muscles, your connective tissue, your eyes, etc., your organs, all of these have collagen at their foundation. And these little fibers right here, these strands of collagen are woven within your tissues. Those woven strands of collagen basically give your tissues structure. So if collagen is woven like a wool sweater, like a mesh, that might look microscopically like your skin, how the collagen is woven together to create that barrier that surrounds your body. Now, if collagen fibers are wound kind of like a gym rope, that might be more like a ligament or a tendon or your connective tissue. And so the way that collagen is arranged within the body determines what the tissue looks like. Now, if anything happens to collagen, almost all of your body begins to have serious issues. Well, that's what is going on after the age of 25. After the age of 25, collagen production naturally declines. The decline on average for each person is 1.5% per year, or you could think of it as 15% per decade. So let's take that out 30 years. By the age 55, you've lost approximately 45% of your collagen production. Whoa, like that's a big deal. Why do our joints begin to hurt and recover less quickly? Why does our skin wrinkle? Why does our hair fall out? Collagen is at the foundation. It's the root cause of most of the signs and symptoms of aging. So just to kind of put things into perspective, to give you some statistics here, about 75% of the skin is made of collagen. Okay, so if that begins to break down after the age of 25, those fine lines and wrinkles, those smile lines, when do they start showing up? Kind of late 20s, early 30s, right? And it gets progressively worse. That's because late 20s, early 30s, those 1.5% per year of collagen production, that decline ends up accumulating enough and then being visible in the skin. The hair is held in place. It's anchored into the skin by collagen. If you don't have as much, guys, what happens? Hair starts falling out, okay? Nails begin to get thinner and more brittle, and they're easily chipped, and they don't grow as fast. 100% of your tendons, 86% of your ligaments, 60% of your cartilage, that's all made of collagen. Major, huge percentages of these connective tissues. Bones, over 1/3 of bones, made of collagen. Uh-oh, all of that declines. Everything on the list also has aging signs and symptoms. So let's put this into perspective a little bit more. If we cut our skin and 75% of the skin is made of collagen, are you cutting individual cells, like a cell within your skin, which makes up most of the rest of the 25%? They're not holding hands, you know, they're not like connected and holding hands together. Those are basically floating around and connecting to the matrix of collagen within the body. And so if you cut your skin, what you're actually doing is cutting your links of collagen. If you heal your cut, you have to heal those links of collagen back together in order to heal your skin. Okay? Same thing goes with wrinkling, which I'll talk about in a second. If you've twisted your ankle, since over 86% of that connective tissue is made of collagen, to heal a twisted ankle, basically what you've done is torn apart that connective tissue, which is made of collagen. You have to rebuild that connective tissue, rebuild that collagen, and guess what? Pain and inflammation go away, right? If you twist your ankle, it hurts real bad and it swells up. Well, if you heal it, naturally that goes away, right? The pain and inflammation just naturally go away. You wake up one day and you're like, you know what, my ankle doesn't hurt quite as bad and I can start walking again normally. Well, it's because the collagen has been healed. If you break a bone, 36% of healthy bone is made of collagen. Well, bone without collagen would be much like a stick of chalk. It would snap and break very easily, right? It would basically just be a bunch of minerals packed together. And just like a stone, if you hammer a stone, that will break apart if you put enough stress on it. Collagen is in the bone to give it a little bit of flexibility and to give it a framework or a structure for the minerals to connect to. So if you've lost, say by age 80, 1.5% per year, right, of collagen production, how much collagen is going to be left within your bones? And if collagen, it gives you a little bit of flexibility that allows shock to be absorbed, right? A 25-year-old falls down and they don't break their hip because the bone can kind of rattle a little bit, it can flex a little bit, and it doesn't snap and break. Well, what happens when an 80-year-old falls? There's no collagen left. It's just minerals, and just like that stick of chalk, it snaps very easily because it's brittle, and that's why older people break bones very easily. They have to be very careful about falling. It's a collagen problem. So you have to heal the collagen framework in order for the bone to be healthy and strong. So we'll talk about beauty benefits. I think a lot of people are interested in this when they think about anti-aging, but when I think about anti-aging, I think about the whole body because I know how important collagen is, just the foundation of everything. But in general, collagen can help with reducing wrinkles or fine lines. The sagging and thinning of the skin is directly related to how much collagen is in there. A baby might have very soft, plump, supple skin, and somebody that's 100 years old, the back of their hand, the skin will be paper thin because there's no collagen left. So it can increase the thickness, it can hold the skin tight, it can reduce those wrinkles. Hair and nails, as I mentioned before, can be thickened, or you can at least halt or minimize hair loss, especially if you're a guy, by taking collagen because it's going to anchor that hair into the skin, into the scalp. And then the nails are usually the first thing people notice. Within a couple of weeks, people notice, hey, my nails are growing really fast, and they tend to be more flexible too. So if you bang them against a wall or a drawer or something, they tend not to break. They might bend a little bit and it might hurt, but you're not going to crack and chip it in half and then have to cut the whole fingernail off. I hear that all the time because people are stocking the shelves and they they bump their fingernails at the stores on the shelves quite a bit, and they go, man, since I've been taking collagen, I haven't had the, they're not wearing those Band-Aids around the tip of their finger anymore because they broke a nail again. So there really are overall beauty benefits, and it's not just the skin and the face. It can be under the arms, in the neck, in the abdomen, or the knees. All of that can be helped by increasing the amount of collagen within that tissue. Just a little closer look. On the left here, we have a little divot, which represents a fine line or a wrinkle, and when some collagen holds tight and other collagen fibers fray, that is going to create this divot. If everything is rebuilt, it will hold that skin nice and smooth and look much more youthful to the eye. Joint benefits. A lot of people use it for injury recovery because, again, we know that connective tissue is made of collagen. So if you can increase the rate of collagen being reproduced within your body, then you can help to support that injury healing process. Injury prevention is a great one. Now, I've been going to the gym my whole life, and I can't tell you how many people have said, man, I went too hard and I have tendonitis, or my shoulder is killing me, or they're playing sports and they don't really think about connective tissue and they only supplement with whey or branched chain amino acids or glutamine or something like that, and they get injured on the field, and they go, well, maybe I should have thought about my joints first, my connective tissue first, because now that I'm laid up on the couch or I have so much pain I can barely move my arm, I'm not exactly going to the gym and able to train or play my sports, right? For injury prevention and really exercise in general, collagen should be the very first thing you think about so you can guard against that pain, that inflammation, or those injuries and be able to continuously keep playing. I also notice that I don't get as tired after very hard workouts, another benefit that we hear quite a bit. So then, of course, bone support and joint support, just general mobility. As people get older, they want to be able to get up off of the couch, play with their grandkids, not have that kind of debilitating pain that is often associated with older age. So let's talk a little bit more about what collagen is, how it works, and these principles are going to be applied to several of the other nutrients that I'll get into very briefly here. We're almost done with the collagen discussion. So anti-aging supplements kind of fit into two categories. The first is what most people think of when they take a nutrient, especially a protein, which is what collagen is. They think, oh, say whey, for example, whey protein. You take it, it has a bunch of amino acids. Those amino acids float around in your body, and then they are reassembled as new tissue, like new muscle, right? And so the amino acids that you're drinking then become a building block that creates new tissue. And that is partly what goes on with collagen supplements and some of these other nutrients. But in reality, the stimulation effect for the production system of new collagen is the real magic behind this hydrolyzed collagen. So I use the analogy of a brick wall. If you have a bunch of bricks in a pile, right, you don't have a brick wall, do you? You just have a bunch of bricks. You have a bunch of building blocks. Well, you need a system to put it together. You need workers to assemble those bricks into a brick wall. Well, if, say, the construction workers aren't working as fast as when they were 25, they're 60 years old now, that wall is going to be constructed much slower. Well, hey, if you can give them a cup of coffee to get them to work faster, to put that wall, those bricks together faster, your wall is going to be rebuilt much more quickly, or built much more quickly. And to some degree, that's what the stimulation effect is that I'm talking about. Now, I want to distinguish the stimulation effect is not caffeine. It's not like you're revving your body up. I'll explain that more in a second, but it's a stimulus. It's not a stimulant. Hopefully that makes sense. So here's what's going on in the body with collagen. We have a mature matrix of collagen. Remember all those fibers that have been woven together. Because of free radicals or just the normal slowdown in the production process or environmental toxins, a poor lifestyle, you can break your collagen fibers down, right? On an everyday basis, this is what's going on. The body turns over every 8 to 11 years. Collagen is good. It's good to break collagen down and then rebuild it. The problem is, after the age of 25, we're breaking down more collagen than we're rebuilding, and that accounts for that 1.5% drop in collagen production. So again, we have this matrix. It breaks down into these little fragments. These fragments float around in our tissues outside of the cells, and that tells our cells to turn on and produce more collagen. Then it matures, it breaks down, the fragments stimulate the cells to produce new stuff, and the cycle continues every single day of our life from birth to death. So that 1.5% drop, what's happening is some of these fragments after the age of 25 begin to leach out of the body. We don't have as many fragments stimulating our cells, and therefore we're not producing as much new collagen. We have less there, less of it breaks down, the fragments again begin to leach out more, and it gets worse and worse and worse, 1.5% every year. Well, what we do at NEOCELL is we hydrolyze collagen. We break this large collagen molecule down much the same way our body breaks down collagen, and we replenish the lost fragments of collagen within the body. By taking a NEOCELL supplement, you're able to replenish those fragments, stimulate the cells, and the cells then produce collagen at a faster rate. So you're not breaking down as much as you're rebuilding. You're actually starting to even that scale, right? You begin to rebuild some of the tissues that have been damaged and degraded over time. And collagen is a unique protein. It is different than, say, whey protein or soy protein or any other protein out there. They're not providing the same stimulation effect. Now, if you were a cell, right, let's put ourselves in the shoes of a cell, and this is what this portion of the slide represents. It's the cell. This is the cell wall, and then we have some receptor sites, right? So this cell says, hey, I want to produce new collagen. Tell me when to do that. I'm only going to do it when necessary, when I see other existing collagen being broken down. And so naturally, it has a feedback loop or a signaling system. There's these receptor sites on there, and these receptor sites have a very specific lock on them, and only collagen fits into this lock, right? So right here, we need to have collagen, which has some very unique amino acids, and the way that they're linked together stimulate. They fit in like a key into that lock to stimulate the receptor sites. Once enough of them are stimulated, there you go. The cell turns on and it produces new collagen, okay? So if every single protein in the body were able to do this, this cell would be way overstimulated, right? So it's only looking for something that's unique to collagen, and that's proline, hydroxyproline, and glycine. Those are amino acids, and they're extremely rare, especially hydroxyproline, within the natural diet or within the body. Other proteins don't have that. So if you want to stimulate collagen production, you need to take collagen only, right? Other things aren't going to work. So here are some of the collagen supplements that we offer. Some people will be familiar with. We have our #1 seller, the Super Collagen Powder. This was introduced in 1986. We were the first ever collagen company, and we remain the leader in the collagen category to this day, 30 years later. This supplement remains the #1 supplement after 30 years. So talk about longevity. For a longevity product, pretty good longevity itself. We have our tablets, our two sizes, our 120 and our 250 size tablets. Some people prefer the powder because there isn't as many pills to take. You do need to take a high dose of collagen in order to stimulate enough of the cells. If you have 1 billion cells or 1 trillion cells in the body that are producing this collagen, you need to stimulate enough of them, so you have to take a high enough dose. And so we're proud to say that we offer very high doses of collagen, and of course we hydrolyze them, and hydrolyzing is a very specific science. If you need to mimic the actual fragments that are naturally in the body, we have to figure out exactly the size to hydrolyze collagen down to get the best stimulatory effect. Now this isn't a science that's taught at your community college, you know, hydrolyzing collagen 101. This is something we've been perfecting for 30 years now, and we say, combined with our high doses, we're going to be the most effective product on the market, and it's the reason why we're the industry leader. Now, because we're so big, we sell about 2/3 of the collagen in the United States, and the other 40 or 50 other companies fight for that last third of the piece of pie. Because we're so big and we've established our manufacturing, we manufacture our own products, we do our own labeling and all that stuff, we're able to pass those savings along to the customer. So we're very affordable, and it's no sacrifice in quality. Before I go into that, for some people who do like a liquid, a premixed liquid, our liquid pomegranate also has the added benefit of antioxidants, which I'll talk about briefly in a little bit. So these are the number 1, 2, and 3 sellers in the nation, and our beauty bursts are the number 4 sellers. So the top 4 selling products in the entire category are NEOCELL products. In 2014, we did a study. We had some amazing results. Before I get into this, I want to show you very briefly here our research summary. Now, this is everything that you could find on PubMed, which is a very reputable research clearinghouse. It's almost like an online library for research studies. And what I did was I took the study. This is the title. I quoted the author, and I just said basically in the conclusion of the results section what the major finding was within the study, and then I gave the rest of the reference right here. So this is all categorized by skin. So these are all skin collagen studies, hair and nails, joints. I'm kind of going through this quickly, but it's really not to see each individual one. Bones. It's for you to say, wow, a lot of research done on collagen. Body composition and weight loss, the cardiovascular system, ulcers, other conditions like Lyme disease, and then pets. Huge amount of research that's been done on collagen. Well, we found something that was unique, that in addition to all those structural benefits of collagen, all that other research that's out there, in addition, NEOCELL collagen at our hydrolyzation and our dosage increases skin hydration by up to 50%. Up to 50%, that's a huge amount. The average was 24%. Many people had between 25 and 30% increase in hydration after 12 weeks. It's a pretty astounding result. It tended to be that the older women who had lost more hydration because they were older and your skin dries out as you age, those are the people that had the higher rates of skin hydration, that up to 50%. So it will depend upon your age. So in addition to our super collagen, which is our best seller, is a marine collagen that we produce. It is from a marine source, usually sourced from tilapia. It also contains hyaluronic acid and some vitamins and minerals. This is an excellent alternative because collagen, the types 1 and 3 that are in our super collagen, are from a bovine source, and some people don't like to eat something from a cow, so we do offer this as a secondary alternative. Now, there is no such thing as vegetarian collagen. Collagen does not exist in the plant kingdom, and therefore, we're not able to offer a vegetarian type of product. I did want to let you know that we have a resource available for joints and all of the different structures of the joint, the function of each structure, the composition, the common issues associated with it, and the suggested products, and then we give a picture of the product. If anybody's interested, I'll have some information at the end. info@neocell.com. We're happy to send this over to you, info@neocell.com, to request this, and we have some FAQs for joints and bone on the back of that as well. So this is what I took when I told that story in the beginning, our collagen sports. 15 grams of whey, branched-chain amino acids, and glutamine for muscular recovery, so a very high dose of that. 15 grams of type 1 and 3 collagen for ligament and tendon support, so you're getting your muscle recovery and your ligament and tendon recovery, plus a multivitamin, multi-mineral complex. There's no sugar, lactose, or gluten, or artificial ingredients in our collagen sport. Tastes great, nice mild flavor, and is going to be the highest dose collagen that you're going to find. So great product for anybody that's exercising, or really for a breakfast protein shake. A lot of times I give this to my 3-year-old daughter. I give her like a third of a scoop and mix it up in some milk or some water, and it makes a great protein shake for her in the morning. Our collagen II joint complex is a very popular product. It's one of the best sellers in the nation. Now, I don't have a huge amount of time to go through type 1 and 3 and type 2. I will just say that type 2 is the only type of collagen found in cartilage. Now, cartilage is between the joints right here. Cartilage kind of protects the bones from cracking into each other, and it has a very specific function. So, again, if you want to know the difference between type 2, type 1, and 3, read the back on the FAQ sheet if you request this, but know that type 2 is only found in cartilage, nowhere else in the body. Somebody with a clicking, popping knee, bad back or disc issue, this would be a great one. Now, collagen type 2 also includes glucosamine, chondroitin, and hyaluronic acid, the 4 nutrients that make up cartilage. Therefore, it's a very good, comprehensive, all-in-one product. By the way, I just want to let you know we're getting close towards the end of this. I'm going to talk about a few other nutrients and products, but we'll be finishing up here fairly quickly. So hyaluronic acid is another important nutrient that generally isn't obtained within the diet. The only major concentrations of it in a body are the eyeballs or the fluid within the joints, which aren't going to be what we're eating on a daily basis, right? It's not found in a high concentration within muscle tissue. So if you're a carnivore and you're eating a burger, you're really not going to be getting any HA within the diet, although it's a very important nutrient. So again, we're thinking along the lines of the new science of anti-aging are these things that we normally couldn't get in the history of humanity. Well, hyaluronic acid is very important for the moisture of your body, but it's not something that we're able to supplement with until now. So hyaluronic acid, we say, is nature's moisture magnet. One HA molecule, represented by these squiggly lines that are attached to the collagen fibers, pulls in 1,000 water molecules, right? It holds 1,000 times its weight in water molecules. It's responsible for tissue hydration, especially in the joints. Synovial fluid or joint fluid is made of hyaluronic acid and water. The eyes and the skin hydration is directly a result of how much hyaluronic acid is in there. So you can take hyaluronic acid and you're going to start seeing results as if you had an internal skin lotion. A lot of people report baby soft skin. It helps to lubricate the joints. A lot of people say it feels like an oil change. I give the analogy of it's what Dorothy gave the Tin Man, right? Very easy. It's kind of like that oil. If you wake up and you're creaky and you're popping and you're like, you know, you got to crack your back and you're kind of painful and it takes you like 20 minutes to kind of get loose and wake up, you might want to think about some hyaluronic acid because that's going to lubricate those joints and increase the cushioning in the cartilage as well to help you feel better internally. Again, also a great skin moisturizer as well. Anybody with dry eyes or dry lips, hyaluronic acid is great for it, especially in, say, the wintertime when you get that dry heat. Ugh. I have to go to Vegas quite a bit for trade shows, and the dryness and the heat out there completely dries my body out, and I just load up on hyaluronic acid. So we have some of our hyaluronic acid products. By the way, these are vegan products. They're fermented from plants, and we use veggie capsules. And our liquid, great tasting blueberry liquid has the added benefit of antioxidants in addition to hyaluronic acid, or our easy to swallow hyaluronic acid capsules. We have some new capsules that are coming out this month. Ta-da! I'm introducing them to the world on this webinar. We have 2 sizes, a 30-day and a 60-day supply. The dosage has been increased from 100 to 120 milligrams, which is clinically shown to increase skin hydration. And we've also increased the value of the products. So these products are going to be very affordable for the high doses. And of course, they're vegan, non-GMO, and gluten-free. Again, be on the lookout for these hyaluronic acid double strength. They're going to be an excellent product, and you're not going to find a better value for hyaluronic acid on the market. Ceramides are another important nutrient that's involved in skin hydration. Now, while hyaluronic acid may affect the underlying layers and how much moisture is in there, ceramides are on the very edge of the product or of the skin, on the very outer levels of the epidermis, and they are responsible for not only keeping things out of our skin, but also keeping moisture in our skin. Well, we break these ceramide barriers down as we age, and if you take ceramides, then you can rebuild that outer layer and stop the water loss coming out of your skin and therefore retain more moisture, which increases hydration, reduces wrinkles. Now we have a product called Glow Matrix that's an advanced skin hydrator. Not only does it have a clinically proven ceramide dosage in there, but it also has 100 milligrams of hyaluronic acid, a very high dose. Again, it has ceramides and a number of other things directly related to skin hydration and skin health. A multivitamin, multi-mineral blend, coconut water, which is a hydrating, coconut water powder, which is a hydrating form of highly absorbable minerals. GLA, which is a lipid-based skin conditioner. I think of GLA kind of like rubbing oil on an old baseball glove to bring it back to life. Pine bark, lutein, and astaxanthin as antioxidants that also have secondary skin hydration benefit. There is simply no more advanced, comprehensive skin hydrator on the market than Glow Matrix. And it's really not all that expensive. So $29.95 for a 1-month supply of this, and you get not only the clinically proven results of the ceramides, but all those other nutrients in there as well. People freak out about this product, basically. I noticed it within a couple of days. Other people, it takes longer. It's clinically proven to work within 15 days. That's the first time that they measured the product for ceramides. You are going to notice your skin rapidly improve from taking Glow Matrix. Highly recommended. Now I'm going to see if I can play this clip. I forget if I can. Hopefully you'll recognize the movie, and then I'll explain why I played it in a second. It's very short. Tommy Lee Jones. The volume doesn't matter, by the way. I'm not sure if it's playing or not. I'm going to mute the volume on my end. Hopefully you can still hear it. Ball bounces around. Will Smith messed everything up, breaking everything within the office, smashing computers, destroying the lab. And then here comes the important part. Tommy Lee Jones saves the day, puts on a glove, and then he's actually going to stop that destructive damage. Now he says, this will cause the New York blackout, and ta-da-da, that damage has been stopped. Now why did I show you that? That is what a free radical does within the body, okay? That is the damage that's occurring because these free radicals are bouncing around and trashing your tissues. And it increases the rate of collagen breakdown especially. An antioxidant is the glove that Tommy Lee Jones put on to stop that damage. So not only do we want to help rebuild the tissues with our collagen and hydrate with hyaluronic acid, but we also want to stop or slow the breakdown of collagen by neutralizing free radicals, which is why we put antioxidants in some of our products. Now we have standalone antioxidants, resveratrol and pomegranate from the seed, or you can take some of our other products that contain antioxidants in there anyway. Next nutrient, almost done here. Biotin is great for hair and nail growth, something that we think makes a great complement to our other beauty benefits of the other nutrients that I discussed previously. Anybody with brittle, pitting nails, they're not smooth, or thinning hair, hair that can't grow, high doses of biotin are excellent. It's a B vitamin, and people report amazing results with that. We have our delicious biotin bursts. that not only contain a very high dose of 10,000 micrograms of biotin in a very delicious soft chew. And by the way, if anybody's ever had Big League Chew, that bubble gum that was shredded, it's the grape flavor of that. It's a dead match on that. Some people think Bubblicious grape flavor as well. I think it's more Big League Chew. Tastes delicious, and the acai powder gives it that antioxidant protection in addition to the high dose of biotin. By the way, you can't take too much biotin. It's not toxic. All the way up to 250,000 micrograms has been studied without any serious side effects. 10,000 is a high dose, but it's not a scary high dose. It's well within the range of being safe. Now, as a nice complement, we're going to start talking about some of these products that combine. They're not just individual products. They're combining some of the nutrients that I spoke about. Our Beauty Bursts are, the fruit flavor is our #4 seller in the nation. That's for the entire category of collagen. Collagen, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin C, which helps enhance collagen production. So you get the structure of the collagen, the hydration of the hyaluronic acid, and the vitamin C for antioxidant protection and for an additional collagen enhancing benefit. So it comes in chocolate mint or super fruit punch. We have a similar powdered form, whereas the previous powder, our super collagen, had just pure collagen in it. This has collagen, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin C, much like our Beauty Burst, in higher doses. And it's odorless and tasteless, and it's in a micronized form of collagen, so it mixes very well into liquid. So a great kind of next step up from our super collagen powder. We have a collagen beauty builder, which is collagen, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, then some other things. Silica, biotin, which we already discussed, and ALA, alpha-lipoic acid. Those are some additional nutrients involved in beauty in some way or another in the skin rebuilding process or hair and nail production. Alpha-lipoic acid is a great skin-specific antioxidant that also protects against UVB damage for people that are exposing their skin to sun. So this comes in a great tablet form. If anybody's interested in tablets, a premium formula. And then similar to that tablet is our Beauty Infusion, all the exact same nutrients as the Beauty Builder. So it's our all-in-one, one-stop shopping, but it's in a mixed powder that is a very refreshing drink in cranberry cocktail or tangerine twist. I personally like a cranberry cocktail. Tangerine twist slightly outsells the cranberry, but I think they're both absolutely delicious, and we've won several awards for that. We have 3 powders. Standard just collagen, clinically proven for our NEOCELL collagen that increases skin hydration. Dermamatrix, that also includes hyaluronic acid, vitamin C. And then Beauty Infusion, flavored, also contains biotin and ALA. So we kind of have 3 steps up in price or in nutrients, depending upon what you're looking for. We also have ArthroPet for anybody that has dogs, especially older dogs with hip issues or they seem to be limping. We have a great collagen pet product that has CMO, MSM, and manganese in there as well. All right, well, that's going to be the end of the nutrient presentation. We're going to get to questions in just a second. Very briefly, I'll just answer a few FAQs. We are a highly awarded company, NEOCELL. We won the 2015 Nexty Award, which is the industry's most prestigious award for the next big thing, and we're the most recent winners of that. We're very proud of that Nexty Award. We also have non-GMO sourcing for all of our collagen. We're gluten-free, soy-free, and artificial ingredient-free, and we're a 100% porcine-free facility. We're also GMP certified and made in the United States. We also test, this is just a flow chart of how we produce our products. You can see that there's 4 places where we independently pull samples, and we have a third-party lab test that tests everything to make sure there's no contaminants, no heavy metals, all of that stuff, and we have the right dosage of everything, so what we say is in the bottle on the label is in there and nothing else. We're also a proud supporter of Vitamin Angels. We've helped over 1.5 million children. Check that out if you have a chance. It's an amazing, amazing charity, and we are a very proud supporter of that. And we did win the Responsible Packaging Award because we use 100% recycled PCR, post-consumer resin, which is basically recycled plastic for our bottles and minimize our impact on the environment. So again, if anybody wants more information, info@neocell.com. We have the research summary I can email you. We have a few FAQ sheets and the joint infographic that I showed. Like us on our Facebook page for the most up-to-date information and hottest news. Watch our YouTube channel. I have a number of training videos, not only on our products, but just FAQs that I answer. Write a blog on our website, and you can check out all of our products there. So again, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And I'm going to turn it back over to, I think, Derek for any other questions.
All right, thank you, Tim. And I will apologize now for the beginning of this webinar because we're having some audio issues, and I kind of left Tim hanging out there in a vast expanse of silence for a little bit, but I appreciate him coming through for us there. We don't have a whole lot of time for questions, so we've had a couple questions that are kind of along the same lines. We have some people that are interested in the sourcing of the collagen. Are the animals, are they grass-fed? Is it organic? Are they hormone-free? A lot of questions like that, if you wouldn't mind touching on that.
Yeah, sure, and I'll answer this. I know that we're kind of running late here, and I apologize for that. So the sourcing of our collagen for our super collagen products and our other products comes from a bovine source, a bovine hide, which is the skin of the animal, and we source from all non-GMO countries. Now, we do guarantee a non-GMO sourcing for our products. The hormone-free is also something we don't source from. The antibiotics can be a little bit tricky because the farms that we contract with, occasionally, if there is one sick animal, we'll keep that animal apart, but they're not giving it to animals kind of on a daily basis where people think of it's just pumped full of antibiotics. That's not at all. So because we can't guarantee that, we don't 100%, it's probably 99.99% of the time, we still do our best to keep it hormone and antibiotic free. But we do guarantee non-GMO. And then we also put it through a purification process and then independent third-party lab testing. So we make sure that what ends up in our product is extremely clean and pure. And that's why we do those tests, to make sure that none of that residue of anything is left over. You're getting 100% pure collagen in our products.
Okay, great. Thank you, Tim. So we are actually out of time. I hate to wrap it up, but we got to keep on moving here. So anybody that did have a question answered, like Tim said, they have a great contact over there, info@neocell.com. Please just send your question right over to there, and the good people at NEOCELL will be more than happy to help you. So we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody again for attending. I want to also give Tim another big thank you for all the information. The webinar will be emailed to all the registrants soon, and you can also find it by visiting LuckyVitamin.com and search keyword webinar. While you're there, check out all the other cool webinars that are scheduled. And as part of our mission to make healthy living more affordable, please see the screen for an exclusive promo code. Remember that this code is active now and will be active for the next 72 hours. I hope you enjoyed the webinar. If you did, tell your family, tell your friends, and spread the wellness. See ya.